welcome to Not Good Enough, the YouTube D&D show, where we are live on Twitch now because I felt like
because they said so.
Because they said so.
Nobody's gonna watch anyway, so why not?
Yeah, seriously. Except, you know what? Our videos have been doing pretty good lately.
That's terrifying.
So
shout out to our beloved audience for helping us gain traction.
Yeah, shout out to everyone. Shout out to my dad and my mom for giving me lots of trauma. So fucking
thank you to my arms for always being by my side, and thank you for my fingers because I knew I could always count on you.
Shout out to my legs for always supporting me.
Shout out to my chair. You are my favorite one in this group.
Shout out to the floor for always being there to catch me.
Shout out to Robert, who is taking a nap.
Shout out to Timothy.
Shamalay?
Dodging a meteor swarm?
I was just thinking the prince, but you guys went Shamalay?
Chevrolet, and then Vi said the one who survived the meteor swarm.
Oh yeah,
it's the best thing any Timothy has ever done.
It really is. I have to say that it's the best thing.
Every Timothy wishes they were that Timothy.
I wish I was that Timothy, and I'm not even a Timothy.
It's a bird with arms. Why wouldn't you want to be that Timothy?
Honestly, yeah. Honestly, facts.
To clarify, one time we were attacked by a meteor swarm, and I had an alchemical companion called Timothy, and it had evasion. So with pretty much no hit points, it survived.
I'm pretty sure, actually, Timothy, the meteor swarm was attacking a dragon.
Oh yeah. Still, Timothy survived.
Yes, you were caught in the crossfire. Timothy hid inside the dragon. I remember that specifically. Hello! Welcome to Not Good Enough, the YouTube D&D show, where we take 2 minutes to explain previous campaigns that no one watched. I'm your host, Dylan. These are my wonderful players. Say hello, wonderful players!
Hello. Wonderful players.
Howdy there.
Howdy, indeed. So,
hello.
How D&D?
How D&D. So, last time on Not Good Enough, man, it's been a couple weeks since we did it, because of somebody.
Yeah, Joey.
Yeah, fucking Joey.
You dare.
So.
Don't bring Joey into this.
You're right. Last time on Not Good Enough, we fought the wizard. Max came back to life. We went into a mist cloud that showed us an alternate universe, or maybe not. We got threatened by Lizertha. That's about it. We're still in Slaye. I did not expect Slaye to last this long.
Slaye!
2 sessions!
Huh?
It's been like 2 sessions.
It's been 3.
Really?
Yeah. That's
wow.
9.
Listen, you teleport us to some random continent. We're not gonna just teleport back.
Well, maybe you would.
We could have just teleported back.
You could.
We absolutely could have just teleported back. It would have been easy.
It would have been terribly easy, actually. Anyways,
we did do some teleporting.
What teleporting did we do?
I teleported across a room.
Right, yeah, and you teleported down so you didn't have to get hit by a building. Actually, now that I think about it, Maxine's body really shouldn't have survived that.
I'm just gonna double check the rules for the
Which women are just powerful.
Dead bodies flailing around. Anyways.
Yeah, raise dead closes all mortal wounds.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Doesn't restore missing body parts, but
every once in a while, Maxine hears like cracking in her bones. That's just it's still reforming.
I'm not in immense pain. It's fine.
I don't think you guys got a long rest yet last game.
Here, let me check. I'm at full health, but nope. I still have spell slots taken up.
Yeah, I'm 139 out of 147, and
Actually, now that I think about it, it should not be Polaire on the overlay.
I am 34 hit points away from my maximum.
I've seemed to have cast 2 spells.
I can't seem to find Maxine.
Over there.
Maxine.
Do you want me to link something?
No,
What?
there's nothing to do. The overlay will just continue to say Polaire.
Okay.
I love that for me.
Although, are we level 16 now?
Yeah.
Okay, I was just checking.
Oh, yeah.
Anyways, let's begin with while we're trekking in the forest. As you guys are moving through to the town that Lizurtha wanted you guys to go, I'm going to need someone to roll.
Perception.
No, not perception.
We're the perception gang. We can see.
I'm gonna make it so hard for you fuckers to like not have that much perception next round. Can I have someone please run a D100?
Do you want me to? I can do it.
Alright, go for it. Good luck.
Okay, let me just... Here are my fingers being crossed. 87.
Ooh.
It is safe travels from here on out until your next long rest.
Yeah.
So, as you move through the forest area of Slaye, let me just scroll.
Slaye.
Let me just move us towards. You do notice that the dwarmlings are flying, or not flying around you, but flying past your vision into the clouds. As you notice, like a small, almost dimensional wave form just kind of move the sky as the dragons move out of this dimension. Currently, it is. If I can find you guys, that'd be great. I'm just gonna.
What, on the map?
I'm just gonna.
I'm still floating.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna put Milos here because he is still here.
Hey, Milos.
I'm not.
Really deep He's really deep into his book.
Hello, I'm Milosh. I'm reading. Please leave alone.
Here's the thing about that. Milos would never say, please leave alone.
No, he wouldn't, but, you gotta be out of character in order to stop any conversation.
Yeah.
Where on the map am I supposed to be?
Over here.
Does not help. It's misty.
Oh, it's Misty? Still?
I bet, yeah. Which cardinal direction do I head in?
The east.
East, okay.
Okay, it's fine.
No.
We'll
I think I see it.
Yeah, it's right there. There we go.
Hey, fellas.
Our wonderful
Hey.
party is taking up some time trying to travel towards the factory while having a very deep conversation about whether they should do this thing for Lizurtha, who is evil as established. I don't think we actually finished that conversation.
Yeah, because we kept cutting out and you decided to just cut it off.
Yep.
Yeah.
That's so violent.
So, who wants to continue this conversation?
I do think, Maxine, that you are right, but we're in a situation where either way someone gets screwed over.
And so you're just screwing over a bunch of people you don't know instead of someone you do know?
Good point.
Jesus.
Maybe.
Maxine spitting out some fucking facts.
I mean, our officers are intelligent.
It's like the train problem. You can switch the track or you can let it keep on going and...
I believe that's the trolley.
Excuse me, I'm trying to come up with an alternate dimension version.
Yeah, it's trains now.
It's trains. Or it could be cars. Who knows?
That mysterious voice shouting at us from above has some very weird points. Almost as if it didn't make a difference whether it was a train or a trolley.
Are you having a religious experience, Isiora?
My life is a religious experience.
Good point.
She does have a point.
But,
By the way, Max the Blink Dog is just teleporting around, you guys.
Oh.
How many pictures have anyone taken of Max the Blink Dog?
Taken many.
Sorry, what?
I have taken many.
Okay.
I've taken bad ones and sent them to Polaire.
He just sends back, you have a dog now?
I think so.
There's Max the Blink Dog.
I think we need to start calling him Maxie.
Maxie the Blink Dog?
Because I keep thinking I'm Max.
How are you, Max? I keep saying the Blink Dog. Anyways. As you move through the forest, it starts to get darker and darker as the tree line gets thicker and thicker above. You begin to notice the road that you're starting to walk towards is no longer paved and is now dirt, almost like the road is unfinished. The trees begin to almost look menacing around you. You aren't particularly afraid, though, as trees don't usually come to life. As you begin to move closer and deeper into the forest, you notice a light at the end of this kind of deep, dark tree line. And as you move closer and closer towards that light, you begin to smell an almost wafting smell of violets and lavender.
Hi.
It's lavender.
Are we even going the right way at this point? I ask this in character.
Roll a survival check, please.
I don't think I'm good at this.
Do you want me to check? I actually don't know if I'm good.
With an 18, you're not going the right direction.
I have no idea.
Hey, guys?
Yeah?
I don't think this is the right way. Can you possibly roll an Arcana check to see if those are magical flowers that I smell?
Yeah, sure. Not Arcana, though. Nature would be more on the nose.
Okay. I just see if they're magical, but also it's the same modifier either way. 17.
Don't you have, like, detect magic or something?
With a 17, how well versed is Max with magical flowers?
Hmm. I'd say that she has a decent understanding, just as like a, oh, hey, I like to know when things are magical, and like, as a potential way to harness magical energy.
Uh,
So,
okay.
like, decent.
Second question. How well versed is Max into knowing the different types of magic? For example, Fey, Draconic, Bestial.
Mm, I'm gonna say she's better with some than others, but usually can tell the difference between the more distinct ones.
Okay, which ones is she good at?
Here, let me just pull up. I'd say she's good. Wait. Dang it, that's the wrong list.
Well, this is not really a proficiency thing. This is just...
No, I was
A
just trying to
flavor
find
thing.
a list of the different kinds of magic.
Oh, there isn't one.
There isn't one. This is all Dylan.
Oh, great. Faye, good at. Infernal, I'm pretending is one.
Yeah, Infernal's one.
Draconic, she's probably fought with a few dragons, so, like, familiar. I don't know any others.
The Pathfinder method of arcane, primal, divine, and occult.
Yes. So, I'm going to give you this information. The flowers that you are smelling are of Fey origin. Therefore, they are particularly magical. It just depends on which flower that you are smelling.
Is everything alright, Maxine?
Well, whatever the flowers are, they're not normal flowers.
Do you guys continue to move forward, by the way? Are you standing in the same place?
If they're not normal, I don't think we should probably keep moving just in case, but I'm going to try something.
As you stay in place, the flowers on the two sides of the road begin to bloom this brilliant rainbow, almost like shimmering color around you.
Oh, gay rights?
Gay rights.
Got it.
As they shimmer, they begin to glow, and almost like pollen puffing out from the flower surround you in this kind of magical pollen. Who's allergic to pollen?
Polaris.
Polaris. As the pollen kind of surrounds you, fireworks kind of explode, and can I have Constitution saving throws from everybody?
I'm good at this.
Well,
15.
15.
11.
11.
25.
25. So, Isiora, you are the only one that fails.
When the magic happens.
Mumford and Maxine, you see the world kind of shift around you. Isiora, on the other hand, you are blinded as the world kind of shifts and moves this small patch of ground that was once Slaye into the Feywild. The Feywild, I believe only Mumford has gone to the Feywild here.
Milosh has, but Milosh is a little absent-minded right now.
Milosh is very absent-minded right now.
No, wait, we had Faradell then. Never mind.
No, yes.
Huh?
So Mumford is the only one that has gone to the Feywild.
Whoa!
Isiora and Max, you are surrounded by almost... It's almost filling magic. Max, can you please recover your lost spell slots?
Yes.
Iseora,
Mother.
you do not recover your lost spell slots because you are not using Fey magic. You are using magic from yourself. So, and,
Yeah.
and even if it was Valkyrin wouldn't be using Fey magic either. It would be more infernal. Max kind of uses Fey magic in her mechanics, so it just kind of fills up.
Valkyrin would just pick up whatever she could, really. But
Yeah.
no, she didn't specialize in Fae.
Yeah. So,
Got a lot of Infernal, a little bit Draconic.
yes. So, as you guys are kind of filled with this magical energy, Mumford, while in the Feywild, you are hasted.
Ooh. Mumford is vibrating.
Yeah, you are, because
My regular walking speed is 55 feet, and that's double.
Iseora and Max, you notice Mumford, his fur standing up on its ends, and you see that his eyes change into almost draconic, but changing back into his own as he vibrates Fey and wild magic energy. So, by the way, Mumford, instead of rolling 2d8 for your wild magic feat, you are now using 3.
Holy shit.
Yeah.
I am just going to...
Yes.
No, never mind.
Fluffy moments.
What's up, Azira?
No, don't worry.
Okay. As you are all transported to the Feywild, Mumford, you do recognize that you are in the Feywild, although you do not recognize where you are in the Feywild. Max,
Oh, weird.
I'm guessing you wouldn't recognize that you're in the Feywild, and I don't think Iseora would either. So, as you guys kind of are brought into the Feywild, you notice animals of different species, almost like they've been altered, staring at you, as the former Archfey comes forth. Oh, no. It's at least one of you.
Hi.
Well, at least 1.5.
Who are you?
Well, I'm the former Archfey, Alexandros. And you are?
Iseora.
I could have sworn you were someone else. And who's the orcish woman?
Maxine. Can I ask what's going on?
Well, you've seemingly been brought to the Feywilds.
How are you alive?
I was Archfey. I have many different ways of staying alive.
It does make sense.
You two have history?
Bad history.
Yes. Although the current Archfey has asked me to guide you.
Roll an insight check.
Go for it.
Yeehaw. That's a 17.
He seems resentful of all of you, but he is seemingly telling the truth.
Alright. I just do a thumbs up.
Okay, but just in case, I am going to tap the center of my chest with a free hand, and a little rune appears, starts to expand as I cast magic aura on myself
Okay.
to make myself appear non-magical. And if anyone checks for humanoids or that sort of thing, I would just choose to register as. Oh my god, I had it. Okay, keep going while I look up what it was. It's annoying.
Come with me. There seems to be another problem with Eltonian machinery.
Another one.
I was going to say construct.
Construct? Okay.
Yes.
Another one?
Yes, your friends stopped it before a giant machine sent by Kinsland about 400 years ago.
I see.
400?
400. Are you hard of hearing, dear?
Careful how you address us.
Careful how I address you. I am the former Archfey. I have powers beyond your perception.
Former.
Former.
We're still who we are.
Come along, come along. The current Archfey has requested an audience.
Happy to walk along.
As you all move through you begin to notice that as you move through the Feywilds, it's almost like you're moving incredibly fast, but you're walking at a regular speed as you noticed dead cities pass you by, almost ruins, and new towns starting to form. Fauns and Fae alike begin to construct their homes. As you move towards the large tree in the middle of the Feywilds that was once dead, brought back to life by the heroes of Altonia. As you move closer and closer, you notice on a throne, about 30 or 40 steps of marble, Barathaal sits on a very cushiony throne with such bi energy that you can almost tell from a mile away as he just sits very improperly on the throne. He says, "Oh, hello, Alexandros. I see you've brought my guests. Hello, hello.
Hello.
Mumford. Milosh. Very focused on that book, Milosh. I should give you another one. Iziora. Nice to meet you.
Likewise.
And I believe your name is Maxine, correct?
That would be me.
I am very sorry for my predecessor. He's a bit of a twat. Welcome.
At least one of you are aware of it.
Oh, we're all aware of it. Welcome to the Tree of Life. It's still growing back its roots. It's still trying to connect to every tree, home, and person in the Feywild, but it's doing its job.
Doing a good job.
How are all of you?
Immensely confused. 500 years?
400.
400.
Yes. That machine that your friends destroyed was 400 years old.
They're like... Hey, Mumford, how old are you?
32.
Months or years?
Years.
You seem to misunderstand, Maxine. I do not mean that your friends are 400 years old. I mean that the machine they destroyed fairly recently was 400 years old.
Okay, I think I understand you now.
Kinsland sent a machine to transfer magic to Altonia, as Altonian magic was dying. It still is dying. So,
Oh, great.
and as you kind of notice clouds on the edge, almost on the edge of like of your view, edge of view. Almost purple, dark clouds are beginning to consume the Feywild as lightning starts striking down. Mumford, I believe I warned you about that whole thing.
Which whole thing?
The clouds, Kavor, that whole thing.
Oh, yeah. I don't remember, actually.
Anyways, every time one of you gets killed, those clouds begin to move forward. I know that one of you got killed because, well, I was a former devil. I do get notifications sometimes.
There are notifications?
Yes, there are death notifications. Currently,
Death Note?
Yes, death notes.
Weebs.
The current king of my former ring of hell does send me the death notes when it's someone very important. Now, Maxine, you've been making some waves.
I've noticed.
As Barathaal kind of moves down the stairs. Oh my god, I really should not have... I should have put an escalator or something down here. And
Fashion truly has costs.
Do you need to be carried? I can carry you. I'm so fast right now.
Do you need help?
No.
I
think he needs less caffeine.
Something about this place is.
I mean, if you're offering to carry, I'd accept.
Mumford's arms are in the air like Link.
Alright, come up here. Let's see how fast you are.
Where are we going?
Mumford, you
Sorry.
run up, run back down with Barathaal. Oh, jeez. Well. Anyways, you can put me down now, Mumford.
I put Barathaal down so gingerly.
Okay, thank you. Thank you. You all are very welcome to sleep here tonight. However, we do have to have a conversation about a very recent delivery from Altonia. Would you like to have that conversation now, or would you like to have a rest?
That conversation now.
Okay.
Yes.
I'm just gonna... Mumford, you feel Barathaal's hand on your chest as you feel almost a calming wave kind of wash over you, and you begin to stop vibrating just for like a minute.
Yeah.
Okay, that was
Stressful.
yes, that was very stressful actually. So how much
What's
do you
the thing?
how much do you know about the Warforged?
Bits and pieces.
Well,
Decent amount.
your country has sent Warforged here before. They've been sent here to drain the Feywild of magic. There was one point the Feywild was dying because all of its magic was beginning to get lost and sent to Altonia. Now, however much I recommend that you all figure out how to get your magic back, there is a new problem. It is very powerful. It almost has no motive. And it's frightening. Because
You're using a lot of pronouns here, and I love the unsettling, oh no, ominous vibes you're giving off. But can you please just name the thing so we know what you're talking about?
I don't really have a name for it, though.
You could.
The big evil
I'm sure we
monster
could
that's
come
going
up
to
with
kill
something.
everyone.
All right.
Jimmy?
Well,
I'm fine with Jimmy.
Okay, so what's Jimmy's deal?
I'm not calling it Jimmy.
Jeff?
I'm not calling it Jeff either.
Storm
I'm calling it
Mageddon.
Jimmy.
Look, a construct has seemingly taken residence in one of the old caverns in the Feywilds.
Connie?
There, was that so hard?
This is a lot of... What's the word I'm looking for?
Incredibly different energy that we're all bringing to the table here on this day?
No, not that. Disrespect to the Archfey.
Some of us have issues with authority.
I can see that. Do you mind just not having that much disrespect?
We'll see.
Okay, I promise I've called you here because I am honestly scared for the Feywilds. It wasn't... I can tell that this isn't sent by Kingsland or whatever country is in Altonia. It's very old. And almost very destructive and not caring.
Shadowfell.
I do not think it's Shadowfell.
Do you think it has anything to do with Lizertha?
Hey!
Two birds, one stone.
Yeah!
I'm sorry, could you please tell me who this Lizertha is?
There's someone from the Underdark. Bad place, by the way. Who helped us not get killed by so many bounty hunters, but for like a price, and they want us to talk to people at a factory. They're very shady person in the Underdark who has a lot of power, and we don't know why. They're covered in eyes.
Oh, interesting. Humanoid?
I think so.
I think it's more interesting you have no information on them already.
Well, I'm not from the Underdark of Eltonia, and I don't really watch over all of you all the time.
Understandable. We can be quite boring.
Yes, you can.
This would be weird.
You said Lizertha?
Yes.
And you said lots of eyes. Do they move?
Yes.
Interesting.
They are, in fact, real eyes.
They are real eyes. Now, are they all on the face, or...?
No.
They're everywhere.
They're everywhere.
I drew a picture for Max to illustrate our points earlier.
Could you please show me this picture?
Mumford pulls it out of his vein and hands it over.
Is it just the picture you gave me?
I don't think Mumford would have the same art style as me, but sure.
Okay. Oh dear. I believe I've heard of this. Give me 1 second. Let me go grab a tome.
Oh, that's useful.
Yeah, this isn't a person. It's more of a... not a being either. It's just a thing. It was created.
We can use derogatory terms toward them.
As in an object or a concept? Are you saying
a construct? Okay. It was... I believe this was created by beholders of some sort.
Plural?
Yes.
Plural?
It's very strange for them to work together, but when they do create whatever that is. You know what? It could quite possibly be related to my problem.
Could we possibly take care of your problem and our problem at the same time?
I'm not saying yes, but possibly.
Yes!
Also, I'm sensing some immense magical power coming from you. Something that was here before. You. And he points to Maxine.
Makes sense.
And it's something very familiar to me. Could you please give me the stick and the orb?
Oh, the magic stick. Here, let me just... And I whip them out and hand them to him very politely.
Okay. He takes them very gingerly, and almost like a memory kind of washes over him. You do notice a single tear kind of fall. This belonged to a very dear friend. I'm surprised she broke it to destroy whatever, but yeah. How about you give me a bit to fix it for you?
That would be terrific if you're all right with us keeping it.
Yes, of course. There must have been a reason for you to have found it.
Max is beaming, trying hard not to vibrate as hard as Mumford right now.
Anyways, could you please help me with my problem? And I'll be sure to help you with any problem that you are currently having.
Thank you.
Appreciate it.
Yeah.
The cave is a bit up north. I understand that you weren't brought here. You were brought here against your will?
Little bit.
I do apologize.
Glad to
Better
hear.
than skydiving through a crack.
Yes.
There's that.
How was it?
Bad.
Ah, that would have been so cool. We need to do that.
We should.
Rest here if you need to, but I think I have a way of getting Lizertha.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
All right.
We don't know if that's her name for realsies, but
What she gave us.
yeah.
I
They-
think I have a I
it-
think I have a way of getting Lizertha here.
Mm.
At least for some type of battle that I'm sure will be interesting.
I know one of us is primed for battle here, looking at Mumford.
Slowly starting to vibrate again.
Oh dear. Anyways, do you guys move forward or are you gonna rest here? It is currently night in the there are words that I've forgotten just blatantly. It is currently
Real
night
world.
in the Feywild, yes.
I could use a nap.
I'm happy to rest here.
Feyworld time is a lot slower than material world time, by the way, so a little while may pass in the day-to-day realm. More time.
Oh,
As-
Okay, I've got an idea. And I'm just going to spend a minute to cast Augury.
okay.
Just to see if staying in the Feywild is the right idea.
Okay. Give me a
So
sec.
it's wheel for good, woe for bad, wheel and woe for good and bad, nothing for neither.
Wheel. It is.
I think we should stay here.
It's the correct way to go, at least.
thank you, oh wise one.
You're welcome.
As we kind of rest up in the Feywild, I would actually like to go back to the castle for
Goody.
one sec.
We get to see the boy.
Samuel is currently in his throne room doing some paperwork and getting some stuff done. Valkaren, you are currently in the Archmage's study to do some Archmage study things. Polaire, I'm guessing you would be with Samuel.
Yeah, just lurking.
And Valkaren, as you're studying, you hear the door open. Hello, Valkaren. How are you?
Hello, I'm doing quite well. Who are you?
SP34C3. I am P34C3, Peacekeeper.
Brilliant. Why are you here?
Oh, I forgot. Sorry, my memory banks have been a little fuzzy lately. It seems there has been an alteration in my memory banks. Would you mind helping?
Well, I'm not so well versed with machinery, but I can do my best.
We have a master artificer on staff, but he seems to be busy.
This is definitely a trap. I'm going to help.
Thank you.
So what can I do to help?
Oh, please open up my head.
It's terror, okay. Is there just a button or a latch, or do I have to pry it open?
There's like a little like latch that you kind of have to wiggle open, and as you kind of wiggle open, the entire head pulled apart and moves to the side, and you see basically not really an actual like brain. You see almost a mechanical brain as you see lights in the wiring firing off like synapses.
Oh, that's incredible. Who made this?
My creator.
Who's that?
Oh, it was memory file not found. I seem to have forgotten.
It's a shame. I'm going to be honest, I have absolutely no idea what I'm looking at here. This is... Honestly, I'm not even sure you need an artificer for this. You need someone who knows brains.
Unfortunate. Do you have any recommendations?
Brains. I'll go for a doctor, but I'm not sure if we know any neurosurgeons.
Interesting.
A friendly mind flayer would be very useful right about now.
A mind flayer? I believe I know where we can find a mind flayer.
Okay, keep that in mind, and definitely tell someone that, but they're not exactly friendly.
Oh, no, of course not. But it seems to have been subdued. It was subdued in the last 100 years, during the last king's reign.
Right, well... Okay, yeah, maybe go see this mind flayer.
Thank you. And the head kind of goes back together. Your Minotaur friend is currently waiting for you outside.
Oh, right, okay.
Polaire. It has been 3 days since you've heard from your father. You used to get texts every like 5 minutes of Max the Blink Dog just kind of teleporting around. And the text stopped 3 days ago. Hey!
Yeah, hi. Hi.
Everything okay?
Oh, I'm just kind of worried. Haven't heard from them in a while.
Well, they're probably busy, but do you want me to, like, find a way to check? We've got Valkaren, we've got a couple of other archmages here.
But you...
Okay, yeah, sure. Let me get P34C3 to get Valkaren, at least. Have you seen P34C3?
I haven't seen him in, like, a solid 3 hours, which, for that guy, is saying something. He's always there.
Jeez, okay, that's probably not good. Does Valkaren have a... Valkaren doesn't have a phone, she's a ghost. God damn it. Alright. Alright, Polaire, you check West's west, we meet, and I'll check east, we meet in the middle.
I'll see you in 5 minutes.
See you in 5 minutes. As you both kind of separate.
It'll be more than 5 minutes.
Oh yeah, definitely. It's a big fucking castle. Blair, as you move through the castle, you notice the former archmage kind of walking around. Oh, hello, Blair.
You seen... Oh, wait.
Yes?
This is the Archmage, you said?
Yeah, this is the former archmage,
Oh.
at least.
Oh,
Whoops.
so... Technically you're retired, but can you possibly help us find, the everybody? Because we haven't talked to them. They haven't
Yeah.
texted in a while.
Yeah, sure. Let me just get Valkaren at least, so I have some magical help.
Oh yeah, I'm in the middle of looking for her. Would you have a better idea of where she is?
I mean, I could possibly scry on her. And he takes out like a scrying stone and just kind of... Valkaren,
Hello?
you feel an almost sense kind of surrounding you. As you feel this, you've gained abilities since becoming a ghost. One of these abilities does include just kind of seeing invisible objects as you see a small arcane symbol kind of surrounding you. And then Polaire and the Archmage kind of teleport in front of you. Hello.
Oh, hello. How are you?
Good. Apparently our adventurers have not been heard from for a couple of days, and we've been asked to help.
Oh. That's not good.
No, it's not good at all.
Happy to help.
I suspect it's going to be a little bit more of a scrying effort, so I'm going to need a hand.
Oh, I'm always happy to help.
Alright.
For scrying, would I still have that, scrying?
The amplified scrying stone, yes.
Sweet. That'll make things a hell of a lot easier.
As you all move towards and converge on the pedestal where scrying usually happens, you notice Barathaal just standing there, kind of focused on something. And then you notice the Minotaur focused on something. And out of the shadows, you see a violet-skinned female kind of coming out of the shadows as red eyes begin to glow. And that's where we're going to leave off from there and come back to the Feywilds.
Ooh.
Ha 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 ha! We just talked about her like 4 times. She really needs to stop coming up in conversation, please. Like, never again. She needs to fade from memory. Thank you. Goodbye. Bye-bye.
Don't be mean to the creation.
Also, what's your thing with violets?
Violets are just very cool.
Appreciate that.
Better than purple.
Whoa.
Whoa.
What's with the purple hate?
I mean, it used to be my school color, so...
Oh, that's fair.
Fair.
Oh, school.
Alright, as we come back to the Feywild, you all awaken in the morning as 2 suns kind of hang in the sky, bright orange and blue colors kind of cascading around you, these purple clouds moving closer and closer towards the Tree of Life.
That's not good.
It's a sunset. Sunrise. One of them.
It's something.
Ominous clouds just... Even if they're not actually bad, it's not a good sign.
Oh yeah, it's like a shepherd's warning or something when it's red in the morning.
Oh, red skies in the morning, sailors take warning.
That's all
Yeah. It's sailors in America. Wherever that is.
I think everybody should be warned.
It might be a good idea to just be warned in general, yeah. Unless you like the rain, in which case you're being warned of a good thing.
I do
Or
like the rain.
storm.
So, as you guys begin to move through the Feywild, can I have that D100?
Do you want me to roll again, or does somebody else want to roll this time?
Does
Feel
not.
free.
Well. Let's go. That's a 43.
If 43 is not good.
Biting you.
Why am I getting bit?
Why
You
not?
made this mechanic.
Yeah, and I didn't get the 43.
You planned the 43 scenario.
It's
That's
better
a bit
than
like-
what I got this time.
That's a bit like saying, flip a coin, heads you live, tails you lose. They flip a coin, you shoot them and say, it's not my fault, they should have flipped heads.
Okay, that is
Anyway.
completely different.
I failed to see how.
Totally.
Again, I'm being attacked for no goddamn reason.
That's
Attacking
what happens
you.
when you're the DM genius.
Anyways.
I didn't mean to call you a genius sarcastically, I'm sorry.
Jesus! What the hell is happening? What is with the fucking shade?
No, I actually was being genuine. It's one thing if you're being, like, actually genuine about your insults, but when you call someone genius sarcastically, it can actually genuinely hurt their feelings, so I'm sorry.
It's okay. I didn't need that little bit of sadness. Anyways,
You'll be
Sorry,
fine.
Dylan.
I'll be okay.
There.
I'll be okay. Every time someone throws a fucking insult, I just bring up a new monster.
I'm sorry.
It's too late now.
I was not apologizing to you.
Oh, okay.
Who are you apologizing?
That's a new
Apologizing
monster.
to?
The team.
Violet.
Alright.
Long rest?
Long rest.
Yeah.
3 days later.
Ah.
As everyone moves towards this cavern, bright lights begin to, like, surround you as a voice comes from the sky. What are you doing here?
What are you doing in my swamp? Sorry. We're here on official Fae business.
Oh, Fae business. How la-dee-da. Unfortunately,
Doing it.
we've begun to claim this land for the Celestials.
Yeah. The Feywilds are closed today. Come back another time, as in never.
Roll persuasion with disadvantage.
Yes. I was mostly being facetious, but you know what? You're letting me roll for it.
Yep.
Come on, baby. I'm using my good dice for this.
You're using your good dice?
Yes, what's my persuasion modifier?
I don't fucking know.
Oh my god, I got an 18.
An
Yay.
18.
It's probably not high enough to work, but like...
No, absolutely not.
But like... It's still decent considering it was a disadvantage.
Yeah, it's decent.
Yeah.
I got an 18 and 19.
In most situations, it would work.
Yeah. In this situation, Max the Blink Dog has more persuasion than you do.
Puppy.
To be fair, could you say no to a blink dog?
I could not. Anyway.
Exactly.
As you say this, he looks very annoyed with you. Kill them. And maybe we'll harvest something out of them. Max, does a 21 hit?
I shield.
As you shield, this angel with black long hair, black eyes, very pale skin, and a headdress with scythe attacks you with her scythe, and you just barely. Can I please have everyone roll initiative?
Yeah, baby!
Let's go.
I missed my advantage. Oh, 16. And what
28.
438. Oh, I was close.
17.
Give me a second.
You were close. You were close, Violet.
Give me a second as I just create 5 angel-like creatures.
Wait, where did everyone go?
They're,
Okay.
they're to
That's
the...
an angel.
Look,
It is hard.
I'm doing what I got here, okay?
She's beautiful.
It's hard to hear the word angel in the context of D&D now.
Yeah, that is very
so sorry.
understandable.
Wait, why?
Bree.
Oh, yeah, okay.
Breeze camp. Yeah.
Yeah, that's fair.
Yo,
Angel.
do we have 2 violets
Yeah.
now?
Large.
Ooh!
Ooh,
She looks
she's big.
stabby.
Huge.
Vaguely ghoulish. Oh no, she's a giant.
Yep. I just like the subtle animation of the tray just shaking. That is not...
Giant woman.
All I want to be is someone who gets to see a giant woman.
Giant woman!
woman.
And we're gonna use the Chimera for this last one. Okay, I did not mean to hide it.
Bye.
Bye, Mara.
God damn it, did you just say bye, Mara?
Yeah.
Alright. We've got these guys. I think I'm just missing one.
It's fine. We can just do with 4 enemies.
No.
It'll only take about 7 seconds to kill them all.
Fuck it, fat guy.
That's a bit rude.
Ton.
I believe the turn is horizontally gifted.
Auto roll initiative. Alright, Mumford.
Yes. Oh,
Ini-
28.
Fucking A. Fuck. Milos isn't here. Fuck it, I'll roll for
You're
Milos.
doing great, Sweaty.
8 plus
We all hold hands
2.
in a circle and chant, Jake. He will
10.
appear.
Izora.
Except we can't hold hands.
16.
Max.
17.
Alright, start off. Mumford, that's you first.
I'm gonna go into a rage.
By the way, this one is over here. In front of
And I'm hasted.
You're hasted.
I'm hasted, right?
You're hasted.
Yeah!
You see Mumford vibrating, and you just see the Feywild magic kind of wash over him as he glows. You notice the dragon scales that he formed begin to show a path around his arms, creating almost tattoo-like features as they glow with this Feywild magic. Please roll the 3d8.
I teleport. Because the only other options were necrotic damage or radiant damage.
Oh!
And, yeah.
Hey, baby.
You know how.
Hi,
So I
baby.
teleport now.
You teleport now?
Yes.
Alright, since you teleport now. Alright. Go for it, Mumford.
Okay. Is the one that addressed us fighting us?
Yes.
Palish. I'm gonna teleport to that one.
You're gonna teleport to the giant lady. Got it.
Yes. You know how it is.
Hmm.
Hi, baby.
Sorry.
Kitten.
Kitty.
Kitten's attacking
Is it
me.
Momo or Toto?
It's Toto. She's
Kitty.
just attacking me and trying to get my attention.
Oh, violence.
Alright, so, go for it.
I'm gonna activate my axe.
Go for it.
Jesus Christ. That was a nat 1?
Oh, that's double damage.
Yeah, really good time for Mumford.
Right? Especially after a long rest. Yes, Toto.
Start this fight with less than I began the session.
7, 12, 18, 19, 21, 28, doubled to 56 ice damage.
Great. I love starting the session like this. Not session.
You're doing great,
the fight.
Sweaty.
Thank you. I love you, Sweaty.
Oh, that must hurt.
Mumford's a little chilly.
Mumford, as you activate your axe, the ice kind of forms, and you can feel your blood kind of begin to solidify in your body.
Love feeling like a walking, talking pile of slush.
Yep.
I'm gonna hit the giant woman about it.
Okay, hit the giant woman.
25 to hit.
Hits. Damn it. Was really hoping that AC of blah would be helpful, but no, not really.
Ooh. So that's 18 strongman damage plus 13 cold damage.
So 31?
Yeah. Oh,
Okay.
plus my... Oh, plus 4.
35.
Yes. I'm going to hit again now, please.
You slam your axe into her leg, and you start to see just ice begin to form at her leg.
That other hit is 27?
God damn it. Hits.
That is... That's 11 strongman damage.
Okay.
Plus 21 cold damage.
So 32?
Yes.
Is that plus your rage?
Yeah, that's plus my rage.
Alright. Boom! Slamming a good one into her leg. You're going to pay for that.
Yeah, he paid by missing the next one. The next one was a 13.
You got one more.
Yeah, let's go. That's a nat 1.
Oh no, Mumford. You just slam it into the ground, the ice begins to form around your foot. It is now the Death Pact Angel's turn, but before that, legendary action, this giant woman is going to use one action to attack. Does a... Oh, Gray. Oh, Gray.
What's up? I know you were joking about killing Mumford. Please tell me those were jokes.
Oh,
As
Gray.
great as it would be cinematically for, like, them all to be trying to contact the main gang, but if players tried so hard to contact everyone and Mumford was dead, that'd be sad.
Oh, Gray.
What's up?
10, 13, 17, 20.
That's a funny joke.
Funny joke. 20. By the way, that was a 37 to hit.
No. Absolutely not. It does nothing. I'm immune.
Oh, that's a lot of fives. 21, 23, 25, 45 plus 10. Mumford, can you please take 55 bludgeoning damage and give me a Constitution saving throw?
Is the bludgeoning damage halved?
Oh my god! Yes! Yes, it is!
Yeah!
Oh!
Thank God.
So 55 half to 26. No,
23.
27. What?
No, my math brain shut up. I go to sleep now.
27. 27.
Oh, thank God.
Oh my
yeah.
god, that was terrifying.
Yeah.
It was doubled, but then it was halved.
Jesus. Okay, that's an 18.
You are lucky.
I'm not feeling it.
Next is Death Pact Angel. She is going to fucking She looks at Maxine and just kind of stares down. Maxine.
I dare you to make me make a saving throw.
Yeah, can I have a charisma saving throw?
What? Not that saving throw. You had 3 options. It's a 12.
12 does not make it.
I'm a charismatic individual.
You see chains begin to wrap around you, and you feel yourself lose control of your body as you are paralyzed.
That's hot.
Alright then! I'm not gonna touch that with a 10-foot pole. Does a...
The Death Pact Angel already did.
25 hits, correct?
Yeah.
Alright, so...
Can I use a reaction to jump in front of her?
You are...
No.
You are not close enough to do that.
I'm
Damn.
fine. I'm constitution-y.
Okay.
I want to point out, this is an auto crit because you are paralyzed.
Okay, maybe it's fine.
I teleport over.
4, 5, 6. Alright, so 3, 5, 9, 11. 5. So 11 slicing, 15 slashing damage. And then 5, 10, 19 plus another 3, 10, 15, 21, 25 necrotic damage as you feel her slice in. You feel the chain kind of give way and just slice into your body as you are unparalyzed, but you've taken that much damage.
What's the first damage? The slashing?
11. No, 15.
No, that's not. Oh.
Empyrean is next. Iseora,
Yeah.
you're lucky this guy only gets one attack per turn.
No, I'm not. Those things are dangerous. Aren't there only like 7 of them, or am I thinking of something else?
Sorry, what? I don't know. 21 to hit.
That hits.
Alright. As a bolt of celestial energy fires at you, it's going to be... Fuck it. Acid damage.
Ouch.
Oh man, that's a lot of ones. 3, 7, 9, 13.
Oh, me? I say.
Yeah, 13 acid damage.
Okay, that's not much.
No, it isn't. Max, that's you.
Oh, goody. I love Max. I'm going... I'm gonna cast Blur on myself.
Okay.
I'm gonna do it on Mumford, actually.
Okay.
Actually, no, it's only self. You can only do it on yourself.
No.
And then that's my action, so I'm gonna action Surge, and I'm gonna hit the person who hit me with a fun thing called, Trident.
Go for it.
Does a 27 hit?
Yes. Is your trident magical?
Yes.
Okay.
It is. Yeah, yeah, because it's one of my infusions.
Alright, yep.
And then that is... I'm wearing him down. 10.
10 damage. The trident goes in. The angel kind of tries to move away, but you get it. Alright.
Don't you get 2 attacks?
Yes, you do.
I'm gonna stab him again. That doesn't hit.
Okay.
It's a 17.
No, it does not hit.
Yeah.
At the end of your turn, legendary action, can I have everyone please make a strength saving throw?
Don't do me dirty. You didn't do me dirty. That's a 25.
Natural 1 for a total of 5.
26. Thank you, advantage.
Maybe I should.
So it was Max who failed?
I
got a
failed.
25.
You got a 25? Izora, what'd you get?
5.
Okay, so it is Izora. And Milos who fail. So status. Knockdown. Status. Knockdown. And Mumford, you got 26, correct?
This is correct.
So what happened?
The Empyrean kind of slams his foot down. The ground shakes, trembling stones around you, and all of you begin to shake. Mumford and Max kind of steel themselves, but Milos, however, hits the ground, and so does Izora.
Okay.
Izora, that's you.
So, the one that's actually a lich, is that within melee range of me? No, it isn't, is it?
Which one? This
The
one?
one that's actually a lich. Yeah.
Yeah, it's in melee range.
Oh. I would have thought... Okay.
Oh, no, sorry. No, it's not. Sorry.
Yeah. Alright, so... I'm just going to stay laying on the floor, so ranged attacks have disadvantage.
Sorry, what?
Well, ranged attacks have disadvantage while I'm laying on the floor.
Okay.
So I'm going to stay prone.
Alright.
And I'm going to upcast Spiritual Weapon at 6th level.
Okay.
Because it's got nice damage. And aim for the Fate Lich guy.
Okay, go for it.
Cast. Another natural 1.
Does not hit, obviously.
Are you
Okay,
okay,
and-
Vi?
No, I'm going to die. So, what do I know about any of these opponents? Because you mentioned they're celestials, Izora literally created by a god, and also, spent her entire life learning things.
These seem to be citizens of the celestial plane that seem to have taken on the role of conquerors.
You said Empyrean earlier, right?
Yep.
Wow. Okay.
So
So, as far as I'm aware, they're all celestials.
They're all celestials. The Empyrean. What information can I give you about the Empyrean? Since you have never been on the celestial plane, I cannot give you that much information on where they came from.
Okay. Then with my action, I would. So as far as I'm aware, they're all celestials.
Yes.
Do I know what big lady is?
The big lady's the Empyrean.
Oh, I thought the Chimera was. Do I know what the Chimera thing is?
The Chimera thing is give me a second. That's large. It is a Felidar.
Felidar.
Yes.
Would I know anything about Felidars?
Roll a religion check.
Sweet. I'm decent at that. This is where I get the 27.
The Felidar is kind of not like a pet per se, but it's a companion to at least one of the people here. You can it would be hard, but you could convince it to switch sides if you wanted. But then that would mean I'd be giving you guys an actual threat as a pet.
I was going to try my arcane abjuration. It doesn't look that wise.
Okay.
Maybe.
You can try.
So, just move my shield up in front, slam it down, and out the front, just a white blast shoots out. Wisdom saving throw, DC 19.
DC 19. Fuck! Really? Throwing this dice out. That was an 8.
Yes. Okay, so it's turned for a minute or until it takes damage. It must spend its turn moving away from you. Can't take reactions. It can only dash or dodge if it can't move.
Okay, sounds good.
So that thing's going to just be running for a minute.
Alright. Do you yell anything to anyone about it?
Don't hit the beast.
Okay.
Just double. Just double checking. Do we actually have a language in common?
All of you?
Yeah.
I don't think so.
It's
I have
bothersome.
2 languages, so
I've got 5 somehow.
Yeah, okay. I don't have any languages in common with the others.
Okay.
I'm aware.
Alright.
So I'll start it in common.
Then it is Milosh's turn. Milosh is going to get up from being knocked down.
I get up again.
And he's going to go after the Death Pact Angel with, I believe he has 3 attacks currently. That misses. That hits. That hits. So that's going to be 14d6 and 2d10 plus 6. Or no, 7. Plus 2d10 plus 7. 60 damage. Milosh hits its flame axe and slams it into the Death Pact Angel with a good swing, almost knocking it off its feet. Slams again with 60 damage. Alright. It's time for this angel. Actually, I'm fairly certain that this is switched. No, it isn't. This one's gonna move towards... You know what? Towards Milosh. Man, Jake would be so mad if I killed his character. God fucking damn it. Can someone please keep a toll of how much damage Milosh is taking?
Alright.
It's going to... that's not right. That's not the right one. Longsword, so a d8 plus 2d8 plus another 4d8. And the target, if the target is within 5 feet of any of the angel's ally, it takes another d4. So this is... Okay, Violet, start with...
Yeah.
4 damage.
Oh.
Plus another 2 damage. Plus 2, 4, 5, 12, 19, 23, 31 radiant damage. And then...
So is that 31 total or 31 plus 2 plus 4?
31 plus 2 plus 4.
Okay.
Plus 3 plus 4.
Okay.
And second attack does not make it. This big guy back here is going to move toward Mumford. Mumford.
Yeah.
Fuck it. It's going to constrict you. It is not going to constrict you.
Try though.
Next is the Felidar. The Felidar moves away. And back to the top with Mumford.
I'm a real mad lad, as you know. So I do crazy and unexpected things, such as hitting the giant woman with my axe.
Go for it.
I'm just gonna give a monologue every time I roll a hit.
Yeah. So 25.
45?
25.
Okay.
We're not there yet.
I was gonna be like, Jesus. Alright, 25
I'm scared
hits.
that you just accepted that.
I'm sorry, I just hit you with a 37.
True. So that is 20 strongman damage.
Okay.
Please. 20 cold damage.
Fuck. 40 damage. You slam into it, just kind of moving the... You just keep hitting that same spot as ice begins to form more and more deeper into the leg. Okay, go for that second attack.
27.
Jesus Christ. Yeah, that hits.
Yay.
I will kill you for that.
That is 16 strongman damage.
Hits? Yes, 16.
Yes. 13 cold damage.
29. Okay. Just continuously hitting into that same spot.
Does a 22 hit?
That just hits.
We got the AC, gamers, let's go! That is 17 strongman damage plus. Jeez. 25 cold damage.
God damn. Alright, last attack. He's looking rough.
Unfortunately, 19 hit.
Miss.
Yeah.
I'm going to kill you.
Okay.
But first, the Death Pact Angel. Chains of Obligation, again. Can I have another charisma saving throw? From Maxine.
I don't wanna.
Bless you.
Thank you.
Hang on, let me check to see if I have any. I probably. Counterspell isn't a thing artificers can have, is it?
No, it is. It just wouldn't work here.
Not a spell.
I wanna go home. Hey, 19.
Just makes it. Very annoyed, she's going to attack.
Let's see what that gay shit.
That was caught. Miss. Next is the Empyrean. The Empyrean, very annoyed with Mumford, is going to attack. Uh, 32.
Yeah.
66. 8. 20. for 34 points of bludgeoning damage, half to 17. Can I have a Constitution saving throw?
You can. Oh no, that's a 16.
Oh, god damn it!
What?
That makes it. Max,
Got this Imperion.
Yeah?
that's you.
Yes! Okay, so, do I see any metal on these people?
You see that the scythe is metal, yeah?
Cool. What was the other thing? I had a plan. I had a very good plan.
Well,
Oh
that's
yeah,
good.
now I remember this. I remember the plan now. Okay, so I'm gonna just casually move slightly to the left. So that would be straightforward. I'm
Give me
gonna
a second.
say
Give me a second. There we go. You're moving slightly to the left?
yes, but that would actually be forward. Yes, that way.
Okay.
Can you move me forward one more?
Yeah, sure.
Okay, cool. I'm gonna conjure a barrage real quick.
On?
Yes. It's a cone.
No, on. Oh, it's cone. Okay. So, conjure barrage. I got it.
It's a 60-foot cone.
60-foot cone. M1.
Dude, that just hits everything.
I'd aim it a little further to the left so as to avoid.
There's not really
I
avoiding.
think you could.
Yeah.
There's not really avoiding Mumford. He's
Hey,
kind of
Mumford.
in
Oh no.
Yeah, if you want like
But he's
that,
not here. He'll be fine.
you could hit. You'd avoid the portly fellow, but you could hit the others.
there. No, it's 60 foot.
Maybe.
So
I know, but that was just a
So
demonstration because if you want like
if you went like
if you fight over there, like that. I don't actually know how wide that is because it's awkward.
It's actually not that much damage. I'm sure Mumford would be fine.
Okay.
Actually, would Mumford be fine?
You don't know?
It's fine. That'll be a dexterity saving throw.
Alright.
Oh, Mumford would be fine.
Yeah, Mumford will be fine. Go for it. Roll damage.
I am.
Roll some dice.
Oh no.
4d6. Oh shit, that's terrible. So
Yes.
Emperion's gonna use one of their legendary actions.
Action or resistance?
Resistance. Death Pact Angel makes it. Quaddle makes it. And Balfour's Angel does not make it. Okay. Damage.
Cool. I got one of them.
Oh,
I'm
and
working on it.
Death Pact. Death Pact Angel doesn't make it.
5, 8, and an 8, so 16, 21 damage. And I believe it is. Let me check to see. Conjure Barrage. Halved on a successful save.
Okay.
So 11 damage.
21. Felidar is fine. Alright. Is that your turn?
Yes. Hey, Mumford, can I have a dexterity saving throw really quick?
A what?
Dexterity.
A dexterity saving throw.
Can I see it happen?
Your back is turned, so no.
Well,
Oops.
direct.
I yell Mumford and then I throw it.
Yeah. Direct eye, no.
Oh,
Okay, fine.
line of sight does. There's no direction in Dungeon Dragons.
Yeah.
Okay, this is actually interesting. In the original version, you had to account for where every single minifigure was looking.
Okay. I'm gonna say
It was absolute nightmare to track.
I'm gonna say when we're visualizing like this, I'm gonna say Mumford's very focused on the Empyrean.
That's fair. Oh boy. What's the damn...
21.
21.
Is Milos, is Gray roboting for everyone else, or is that just me?
Yeah.
It's just a bit.
I have to move my phone.
Alright, before Iziora's turn, Mumford, you're going to take another attack.
Good.
30 to hit.
Oops.
Can I have a Constitution saving throw, Mumford?
24?
Makes it 6, 9, 14, 24 damage. The Empyrean is very annoyed with you. Iziora, that's you.
No,
Okay.
is it half?
Yes, it's halved.
I'd like
can-
to use my bonus action
Yes?
to send the spiritual weapon to the other side of the Empyrean
Okay.
and make a strike. And because it's not looking, do I get advantage?
Are you saying you want flanking rules? Sure.
Well, no, because the Empyrean's not going to be looking at it.
Okay.
But yeah, flanking rules apply as well. So
What,
14,
Toto?
yeah. Ooh, nice. 32 to hit.
No. Yes.
Excellent. That is 25 force damage.
Jeez.
Ow. That hurt.
Iziora, your spiritual weapon slams into the Empyrean's chest, and it kind of begins to crack as light begins to shine through.
Excellent. All right, and there are.
Going to die for that one.
I'm going to use half my movement to stand up.
Okay.
Yay. And then my action is going to be a, let's say, 5th level banishment.
On?
So I can target 2 people. Short, stealthy guy,
Okay.
and fairly big, screamy girl.
Okay. I don't think
Those are charisma saving throws.
Yes, they are. So those are the Quaddle and the Battle Force Angel. Uh, 7 and 6. Cocked. 16 and a 10. Both are banned.
Neither make it.
I didn't have you on the team the entire time.
Give me 1 second. This would be a great time to take a break.
Good night.
Deep well.
You know you're adorable, right, Vi?
Oh, thank you.
Not me drawing a character from another campaign while we're playing this campaign.
That's fair.
I do it all the time.
We have like 3 hours between turns anyway.
Yeah.
Yeah. Head empty.
Which is why I love banishment. It just removes their turns. I was thinking of going 8th level, but I mean the Imperium would just stop it, and Death Pact Angels are. Oh, and I double checked. We're not fighting one, so I felt it was okay to look it up. Solars. That's what I was thinking of. There are only 24 Solars.
That's a lot of suns.
Imperions are even rarer.
Oh.
This is a nice battle. We don't battle Celestials often.
No. Last time we got super messed up.
Well, let's just say Solars, they have a CR of... No, I had it, what was it? It was... Solars CR 21. And Empyreans are tougher.
Oh.
This is a fun fight. I'm loving this one.
Say, we're doing pretty good. I'm not, because I'm having the inferiority complex again, where I'm like, wow, Mumford has like 4 hits, and he does like 700 damage per hit. But, you know, I don't feel too bad, because at least I'm like blurred, so it's harder to hit me.
Yeah.
You do have to remember, Mumford does have a very powerful magic axe.
I know.
I think that's a big part of the discrepancy. With Iseora, I feel sometimes the attacks do a lot less damage. And sometimes it's better just to buff the teammates. Because, you know, between Mumford and Milosh and their axes, there's so much damage going on. Whereas, you know, I've got a magic item to make my spells more likely to work. And while that is insanely beneficial, it's just not as fun as rolling those absolutely massive numbers.
Yeah.
Hey Joey, do you want to come cuddle?
So Mumford is hasted.
And it's not wearing off.
No.
Come on. Take a seat.
Mumford's gonna get back to Kinsland and just, like, pass out.
Just take a week off.
Yeah. There's no choice.
You're so cute and fluffy. And so are you, Joey.
Oh.
Can't wait to do more for the superhero campaign. I'm mildly curious as to how the homebrew rules will work, but... Oh, but at least we're probably fighting a lot of humanoids.
Yeah.
Excellent.
Yeah.
None of that funky stuff.
I do want to suplex a dragon at some point, but...
Yes.
That is an image.
A beautiful one.
Because Mavery has built a lot around grappling, which is I don't think any of us have ever grappled anything before.
I have.
It'll be fun. Oh, okay. I stand corrected. Excellent.
I've almost grappled people in the campaign that I'm drawing this character for. Curse of Strahd, by the way.
Just put Strahd in a head chokehold.
Throw Strahd out a window.
I apologize for being creepy.
Bit of advice for grappling. So you can use one attack to grapple someone, which reduces their speed to 0, and one attack to shove to knock them prone, so they can't get up.
I actually can bonus action grapple because I took the Tavern Brawler feat.
All right.
Mayfrey can do that at 5th level.
All right. Are we back? Are we good to get back to the fun?
Yeah.
Sorry about getting short with you earlier, Dylan.
Huh?
Sorry about getting short with you earlier, Dylan.
What? Why? What did I do?
No, it was just me being grouchy.
I don't remember you being grouchy. Yeah, exactly.
Gray's been grouchy before? Ever?
I don't remember Grey ever not being an angel.
What? When were you grouchy?
A nice angel, not one of the ones you're killing.
When I was asking about if the damage was halved, I felt like I was being too rude about it.
Oh no, I just could not hear you. Because you were roboting so much.
Okay. Fun. Okay.
Alright.
Apology appreciated, but unnecessary.
Very unnecessary. Okay. So, I believe, Isiora, you are about to do your action.
No, I banished them.
Oh, yeah, you banished them.
To never return to my domain.
Okay.
It's in your domain.
And
It's mine now.
now, after your action, the Empyrean's going to take their last legendary action of the turn, and try to attack Mumford again.
Sorry, Mumford.
It's good.
This is the lowest roll we've gotten from the Empyrean. 25.
That hits.
That's what you get for battling a minor deity.
Can I please have a Constitution save?
Yes. That's an 18.
Makes it. And this is still halved. 4, 9, 13, 23 halved to 12. Alright, Milosh's turn. Milosh, noticing that everyone's gone, he's going to keep swiping at the Death Pact Angel. Miss. 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 Man, that was real bad.
Ooh.
Balfour's Angel and Coatl are gone. And and Felidar is still moving away.
Bye. Out of curiosity, can I ask the speed of that thing from observing it?
Felidar is... Its speed is 40 feet.
Okay, so it's going to be about 800 feet away from us.
Yep.
When it wears off.
Yep.
Sweet.
Death Pact Angel is going to take a couple... no, sorry. Mumford, you're first.
Yeehaw. Yeah, you know what I'm gonna do.
Yeah, I do. Oh my god. Never mind. Sorry.
29 to hit?
29 hits.
Yes. So that's 17 strongman damage plus 21 cold damage.
38.
Yes. 21 to hit.
Does not hit.
Okie dokie.
You slam into the ice and it kind of skids your axe off.
27?
27 hits.
All right, thank you.
I think this might get...
18 strongman damage.
18 strongman damage? Go for... yes. And...
13 cold damage.
31. Last attack.
Woo, let's go. Let's not go. It's not happening.
Death Pact Angel's turn. She's going to take another swipe at Maxine, not even using the chance.
Because I called her gay.
22.
I'm gonna go with another shield.
Okay.
It's pretty gay, hitting on another woman.
And that misses. Empyrean's turn. Oh, first, the Death Pact Angel is actually going to fly away. And because of...
Opportunity attacks?
Because of flyby, no opportunity attacks are taken.
Bother.
Good for him. Or them. It. Them.
The Empyrean...
Let's go with it.
Yes, it. The Empyrean begins to glow bright red as you notice the skies begin to form black clouds around you and begin to become pure fire. You feel your breathing just kind of start getting labored as smoke kind of appears from the ground. Can I have dexterity saves from everybody?
bother.
I can see the effect.
Yes.
11.
Yeehaw.
I'm gonna just move Max the Blink Dog over here, because I do not want to deal with that.
Yeah, that's fair.
That's a 20? Dirty 20?
Dirty 20 does not make it.
Oh, well, it's just as well that I'm not gonna... Oh, wait, I'm not good at dex anyway. That's a 9.
That does not make it.
Can I roll a strength saving throw instead?
What? No.
Okay.
Iziora
11.
does not make it.
Thought not. Dang it.
7.
If we get sucked into Shadowfell, I'm gonna cry.
No. So,
Isn't it like fire? No, not firewall.
20, 26, 32. Can I have everyone please take 33 points of fire damage as the sky kind of rains down flames, slamming everyone. And, can you please do half that for Milosh? Violet?
Alright, how much did you say?
33, so 17.
33. Okay. And I made my concentration saving throw with a 27.
Oh! See, that was actually what I was going for.
Yeah. Good luck. With resilient constitution and warcaster.
Max, that's you.
Cool. Do I have any good range spells?
Isn't your trident returning?
Oh yeah, I'm gonna chuck. It's
Wait,
big
don't you
business.
have a robot dog as well somewhere?
I have a robot bird. Oh yeah, I can pass through.
Oh, you're
wait,
still
no, that's
you're
familiars.
You're still defender.
Yeah. We haven't taken that into account.
You're a battlesmith, so you have a steel defender.
Holy
Just-
cow!
Kind of the main reason people take battlesmiths.
Oh,
And I just realised there wasn't one on the board.
Nope. Everyone forgot.
this is fine. I'm just gonna chuck a couple times. It's fine. It's fine.
Okay, go for it.
I'm going for it.
Who
That
are you
doesn't
attacking?
hit. The guy who's running.
Okay.
The first one doesn't hit.
Okay.
Let's go for the second one, baby. Does a 22 hit?
Hits.
Yes. 11 damage.
Hey. Bonus action.
I have been forgetting my bonus action. I love that for me.
You can use it to control your steel defender, I believe.
Yes, I believe you can.
What was that?
Steel defender.
You can deploy it, can't you?
Yeah, I'm gonna do that.
Uh,
I actually don't have that in my bonus actions, but it's fine.
Let me just do some looking stuff up.
As you do that, I'm just gonna make this imp your steel defender.
Yeah, it's always there. So you don't have to deploy it or anything.
Yeah.
But it takes a turn immediately after yours. The only action you can take is the dodge action, unless you use your bonus action to command it to take another action.
Yes.
And the one you'll probably want to do is Force Empowered Rend, which I'll send the sheet over.
I was gonna say, please.
If you go into the extras on your sheet, you can add it, but we can do that after this. I'll run you through it.
Lovely, thank you. Cool. Oh, cool. Spell attack modifier to hit. I love that for me. So I'm gonna have him do that, and
Okay.
that's a 12 to hit. I love that for me. I rolled a natural 2.
Oh no.
It was gonna be cool.
Alright. Your steel defender just completely misses. Next is before Iziora's turn. Iziora. 23 to hit.
No. Pardon? 23 to hit, that hits.
Yeah.
Am I close enough to use my reaction?
Since it is a ranged spell attack, no.
Okay.
Three, 6, 9, 10, 21, 23 points of, let's go, force damage. As a bolt of light just slams into you. Constitution saving throw, you'll make it.
23.
Exactly. Aziora, that's you.
Okay, well... Yeah, this is annoyingly tricky. This thing that's flying, how high up the ground is it flying?
It's like about 5-10 feet.
Could reach if I wanted to. And how are they looking? Because you mentioned before our attacks are doing physical wear and tear.
The Death Pact Angel looks pretty fine, actually.
Yeah. But the Empyrean?
Empyrean's looking hurt. You see light coming through the cracks, and the frozen over leg just has a full ring. The leg is barely attached. It's basically being moved by celestial magic and such.
Sweet. Okay, I'd like to send the spiritual weapon up to its neck and go for a slice.
Go for it.
Come on, natural 20, natural 20. It's not a natural 20, it's a 29.
Hits.
24 force damage?
Oh god, that was so close. But no.
Did it require 25?
It did not. It required 6 more.
Ooh, okay.
You go for that slice, and you see bright light shining from its neck as you've basically almost decapitated it, but like it's being held by like the back of the neck and the spine.
It's not plus 12.
No, what? No.
Which such not plus 12.
No, 9 to 12.
It's not 9 to 12 either. Oh!
You idiot! Go!
Oh!
Sorry, dealing with an idiot.
And your action.
It's not 9 to 12. Whatever. So, remind me, I don't know anything about Empyreans.
What would you like to know?
No. Just wondering how they did against radiant damage, I'm thinking. What project? No, let's go. I'm going to try using my action for Sacred Flame.
On the...
Because I feel like that would be poetic. The Empyrean.
On the Empyrean? Okay, go for it.
Dexterity saving throw, please.
Yep.
I have a feeling out of all these, they're least dexterous. I'm hoping, 'cause they're
legendary resistance.
I hate your guts. Yeah, alright, that's it.
Before Milosh's turn...
I mean, come on, that would have been a fantastic image.
It would have been, but I couldn't let you do that. Before
Okay, but give me like 2 minutes to imagine it, just appearing, going up in divine flames, consuming its essence.
Mumford, a 29 to hit.
Oh boy, guys.
Constitution saving throw.
Oof. 22?
22 makes it.
Yay.
Okay. So that's 6, 12, 16 plus 10, 26, half to 13.
Oh my god.
Boom! Just trying to... you notice as it keeps hitting you, you're going deeper and deeper into the ground.
Whack-a-mumper.
Milosh. I feel like Milosh is just gonna go after the Death Pact Angel. Hits. Hits. Cocked. Hits. That's 21d6 and 3d10. And I didn't roll a crit.
Oh, why not?
Can always use action surge.
You know what? You right. Hits. 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 Still no crits. So that is 6 times 7, which is 42d6. Plus 6d10 plus 21. Alright then.
Ouch.
The death.
Yeah, you see why Maxine and I aren't doing that much damage.
The Death Pact Angel gets hit with the 6 attacks and gets set ablaze as this almost golden radiant fire mixed with this necrotic energy just kind of fills the area, creating these black and orange flames as it spreads its wings, screaming. The wings burn as it dies. Okay.
Reggie.
Whoop. Thank you, Milosh. That was cool.
That was cool.
Let's go.
Where would we be without you?
Battle Force Angel still gone. Quaddle still gone. Felidon running. Mumford.
What's up? It's your boy at
It's
6
your boy.
hit points. Let's go.
Let's go.
24 to hit.
Dead.
Okay.
Paint me that word picture at Mumford.
Okay. Mumford doing basically just as bad as the Empyrean. Kind of wants to propel himself out of the ground because he's just being slammed into it. So he uses his axe and slams it downwards to propel himself upwards, and hits the Empyrean right in the foot. And is standing outside of the Mumford width hole while he does this.
As you jump, hitting the axe into his foot, cracking the foot, light begins to beam, cracking the skin everywhere. I was king! No! Ice begins to form at the foot, and where the leg you were attacking starts, and just goes... starts freezing him up. And as this light begins to just glow brighter and brighter, he is frozen in place before he was destroyed.
Impressive.
Whoa. What happened? But is he a he or a giant woman, though?
Gender non-conforming king?
Rachel, gender is a social construct.
Yeah, but you said he.
I've also said
Defining
she.
beings are beyond gender.
Yeah.
It's just it's just however you perceive it in the moment. It's beyond what we understand as 3 dimensions.
Exactly.
So if you close your left eye, you see breast. If you close your right eye...
I wink and I just start seeing titties.
Is that not the dream?
Frozen in place. You begin to see light starting to poke out, trying to just melt it so it can destroy itself. This being is here forever until it finally destroys itself.
Seems a bit cruel.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna
Sad.
keep the Felidar running.
Yeah, it's fine. Okay, so imagine you just been sprinting for a minute. You turn around and 2 of your friends have just gone. One of them's been reduced to ash, and the other a giant ice statue. I think you'd keep running at that point.
And never looking back.
Do you 2 want to fight the other ones? 3? Do you 3 want to fight the other ones?
I don't know. For initiative.
How's Mumford doing, by the way?
I'm at 6 hit points.
Damn,
Oh,
you
Jesus Christ.
were at the same amount of hit points as the Empyrean.
Yeah. Yeah.
Come here. And I'm just gonna wait till my banishment's 1 minute is up.
And it's up.
Cast Aura of Vitality, and I'm just gonna spend the next minute giving all the hit points to Mumford.
Yeah,
Thank you.
that sounds like it hurt. Ugh,
Bad.
that was so fun.
You get 57 hit points.
Yeah.
A lot, but it's the second level spell slot.
I'm
That
so
is one.
sorry. I'm at 65 health.
Okay, alright, I'm gonna give Mumford 1 more lot, and then...
What's
Maxine.
your max?
138.
I'm pretty sure Mumford's in the 200s.
Not yet.
so Mumford gets 57 and 67, and Maxine gets 72.
Wow.
Thank you.
I'm at 137 out of 138. Holy cow, you're magical.
How's Iseora
Yes.
doing?
Isaiah's doing brilliant-ish. 78 out of 147.
I really gotta attack Violet.
Okay, I'm going to use a
Hey,
4th
no.
spell slot just for 20d6 to me.
Oh, I can also heal you.
No offense, I think my healing works a bit better.
That's fair.
Plus, I have the spell slots to spare.
And Milos did 185 damage in one turn. That's pretty cool.
And
Yeah.
only took not much.
How much did he take?
37 plus 3 plus 4 plus 17.
Sure.
Which is
Like 60
Six-
something?
61.
Damn.
So yeah, you hit me, you hit Milos.
Well, I didn't want to kill Jake's character immediately while he's gone.
Makes sense.
Valkyrie doesn't have a phone, she's a ghost!
Canon.
Cannon. As you all heal yourselves,
Strange that they attack like that.
the sky begins to break up from the firestorm that was just done, and it's about at mid-afternoon now, as the cave kind of goes from this dark thing to almost not pure sunlight, but light kind of goes around you in this cavern, and you see a tapestry. Mumford with... Wait, sorry. Max, what's your passive?
Perception?
Yes.
13.
13. Mumford and Max, can I please have perception checks? Isiora, you will learn what you see after the
God, that's so fair.
That's worse.
I'm guessing that was a 10?
Total? Here, let me see. 8.
8. Damn. And Mumford,
24.
24.
I see everything.
But most importantly, you see your little homunculus flying around you.
Yeah! He did a good job.
Tid
As in absolutely nothing.
Tid did nothing.
But look cute.
Isiora and Mumford, as you look around this tapestry, you see a prophecy. A story that has been foretold for millennia about about the defeat of Gavor and the Architect. You see you and Polaire and Milosh. But you also see Valkaren. You see your friends that you've met along the way fighting alongside you. You see the great wars that the great war that is to come. And you see the key to it all lies with Lazertha. As you gain all of this information, you notice this tapestry is not foretelling a day that would make it. Oh shit! I clicked the wrong button.
Oh, well.
See anymore.
I'm back.
Back.
Welcome back.
You see the tapestry doesn't depict you fighting these two in Shadowfell, nor does it depict you fighting these two on Altonia. It actually depicts you all fighting these two at the end of the world, when two worlds collide. As you learn all of this, and this all comes to pass, what else would you like to learn? You can choose to learn more with some investigation checks. Other than Maxine Joster, who is still very focused on Tid.
I'm good at investigating.
Do we get advantage on
Yes.
investigation
You know what?
for this particular check?
Mumford and Isiora will get
Yeah.
Max, you kind of pull yourself away from Tid. You get a straight investigation roll.
Investigation.
I'd like to investigate for any weaknesses.
Okay.
That's an 18.
18? Cool.
A natural 8.
23.
23?
18.
18. So, you would like to investigate for weaknesses.
Mm-hmm.
In which particular individual are you investigating a weakness for?
Mumford.
The architect.
The architect. You see on this tapestry, the architect is depicted as this being of this void of nothingness, and you see Valkaren in one of the images holding this void of nothingness in a ball of energy. That's specifically what you see. That you don't if you'd like to talk about, like, if you'd like to try to figure this out, it's going to require an intelligence check.
Alright, I'll do my best.
Okay. While you're doing that, Maxine, you notice cracks in the walls, and as you see cracks in this tapestry, you notice something behind it.
Like, kind of push it aside and, like, go to look.
It's... Okay, sorry. This is a stone tapestry, by the way?
Oh, so you mean a, mosaic?
Yes, mosaic.
I peek through the crack in the mosaic.
You can see something. It's like you trying to peek in is taking out any light that you can see through the cracks.
Can I pull out a tiny little flashlight and poke it in?
Okay, but then where would your eye go?
Well, I mean,
It's either the eye or the flashlight.
Fine, I put tit in it.
Okay. Does Tid shine?
No. Fine, I stick a glow stick in it.
Oh
I don't
my
know how big you think the crack is.
You could just break it.
I don't want to break this mosaic.
Y'all could take pictures.
Yeah, and I don't want to, like... Here. Okay, Mumford, take pictures while I check my inventory for things that would break it not awfully.
Okay. Well, I'm taking pictures, and we can take care of this after. Do I see if Lance is redeemable enough to fight with us?
You see two sides of this fight. You see one side with you, your friends, and whoever will fight with you. On the other, you see 4 beings standing before you with an army. One looks to be Leonin.
See. Thank you.
No problem.
Is that what Mumford's rule gets him?
Mumford's roll gets him whatever question he asks.
That's all he would think to ask.
Okay. So.
I'm gonna take some pictures myself, and then I'm going to, Hey, Isaiah, do you have anything, that you can break a wall with?
Yeah? Why?
'Cause I have a couple of things that could work, but I was hoping to not destroy this ancient relic.
What are you trying to break?
There's something behind it.
And you're sure?
I mean, I point to the crack.
Would stone shape affect it?
Yes, it would.
Then I just use stone shape to open. Kneel down, touch it, and open it up.
As you open it up, it kind of... It's almost like it was meant to be stone-shaped as it moves, almost fluid-like, to show this second mosaic. Where you saw Lizertha as the key for the war to be fought, you see the key for the war to begin is Maxine.
That's terrifying.
As you see Maxine's form kind of stood there, eyes closed, and a gem where her soul was supposed to be gone. Max, what do you do?
I just stare at it, and the longer I look at it, the more I just get wide-eyed, and my trident just slips out of my hand.
As the trident slips out of your hand, cling! Almost the resonance of the trident causes runes to begin to glow, a brilliant blue, green, and purple color around you as they begin to form into lights combining together. You see the small gem-shaped hole begin to glow in the middle of the mosaic's chest. You are pulled closer and closer towards it, Maxine. Almost like it's calling to you.
I'm like trying to back away, but also it's not working clearly. So I kind of just very, very reluctantly go towards it.
As you very, very reluctantly go towards it, you start to hear those whispers again, the names that you do not know. The anger of a deity that shouldn't be real. You moved closer and closer. Your hand raises and touches the middle of this gem. And the mosaic's eyes open, a bright white color, as you are pulled into the mosaic, trapped inside. As this happens, Polaire, you awaken from shadow and charming as Lizertha kind of stands near the throne. She doesn't know you're awake yet. Samuel awakens as well and looks to you.
They're sharing a bed.
It's the floor.
On his throne, looks to you and looks to the Archmage who awakens next. And last to awaken is Valkarin. As Valkarin awakens, the Archmage looks to Valkarin and teleports. Not teleports. Pulls a tuning fork from his pocket and runs to Polaire and bing, resonates this tuning fork, and Polaire disappears. Lizertha, in a rage, goes to attack the Archmage. As Polaire, you appear in the cave where Maxine once stood in the Feywilds. That's where we're going to leave off. I hope you guys had
I
fun.
have mixed feelings.
I hope you guys had fun. Please like, comment, subscribe, do all of the things. We will see you guys next time. Vaccinate and vote.
And Valkyrie.
And Hydra.
And
And
Hydra.
Valkyrie.
And Valkyrie.